Good morning, guys. She's dressed. Look at my hair. But she's dressed, which is the main thing. I'm just gonna put some Vaseline or ointment around my nose and my lips, because it's always dry, especially when I go out running. Oh, by the way, I'm not taking you running with me today. Yesterday, I thought I'd take you running, guys, because, I mean, I might take you running. I'm just not going to talk to you until I finish running. Because, guys, if you saw the amount of chopping and editing I had to do on yesterday's video, because I sound like a rabid dog when I'm running. Like, I sound so crazy. I'm like sniffing, hollering, barking all the way through. And it may not sound like it to you. Like, I was thinking to myself, maybe it sounds like that because it's me listening to me. Do you know what I mean? But boy, I said, no, I can't be doing that. So it sounded so choppy when I was editing. Sorry about that, by the way. But yeah, we're not doing that again today. So I'm going to go and come back. I might take you with me, but I'm not going to film while I'm running. That's what I'm going to do. But yeah, we've got a 3-mile run today. I'm going to do my devotion. I haven't done devotion since Friday. Yeah. No. Since Monday. But I haven't done my own devotion since Thursday. Sorry. Thursday. I usually do it on Sunday. I didn't do it on Sunday, guys. And I'm not mad because I can catch up. But I didn't do it on Sunday because I woke up late. Remember I said to you, see how everything comes out of sync, mate. But yeah, I woke up late. So I didn't do my devotion. I didn't do my writing on Sunday either. So we've got a lot of catching up to do. But we will catch up and get back into sync. We will do it. My hat is wet. It's still wet from Sunday. Just what I'll let you know. I do need to wash it. I will wash it. This is the fit she's wearing. Shorts. She's got her shorts on, guys. Let me take this downstairs so I don't have to come back up here. I'm trying to like whittle down my excuses. If I whittle down my excuses by getting everything out of my room that I need to take, do you know what I mean? Then I don't need to come back up here. Right, let's take this stuff. Can I take my cup as well? Well, if you put that in there, then you hold it by the handle. Yes, you can. Oh. Why do we do this, guys? Why do we try and do everything in one trip? Is it laziness? Or is it just because we think we can? Oh, gosh, this is all my boxes that need to go in the bin. See what I mean? Something had to drop. Okay. Oh gosh, I put the chain on the door, you know, guys. I usually just try to double lock. When Tyrese is on nights, I usually just double lock the door, but I actually put the chain on. I totally forgot. Luckily, he came home. I told you Nevaeh I was going to eat late, didn't I? Luckily, he came home at 4. Well, just before 4, so I was already stirring in my sleep and I heard him trying to get in. I was thinking, why is he fighting the door like that? Then I realised, the chain. So I had to run down here and open the door. Yeah, look, this is Nevaeh's evidence. The evidence of her late night snack, guys. I told you she was going to get up and eat. Did she eat the food I gave her? No. She didn't eat the dinner I made. You know, she's a little... Let me tell you something. Hold on. Let me just get some water. She is a replica of her father, right? Let me tell you how I know. When you are on a weight loss thing, right? When you're trying to lose weight, guys, or not lose weight, but when you're on your fitness journey, let me say that. A lot of people think the best thing to do is to have someone do it for you, like make your food for you, or you just need support, that's all. You need support and then you'll be able to do it. But the best time that you're going to actually stick to a fitness journey is when you actually are raw dogging it on your own. Like, you're taking care of your meals, you're taking care of the time that you're going and doing it. that's when you're going to stick to it. But when someone's helping you, it actually becomes more of a burden. Like, you feel like you have to eat that food, or you have to go to the gym when they're going. And it starts to make it a bit unbearable, and you start to rebel. I remember when I was on my fitness journey before, when I was married, I'd be cooking all the food. I'd be like, yeah, do you want to eat what I'm eating? Da, 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 da. I'd be doing that. And then as soon as he started to do that, he'd be eating burgers behind my back. He'd be eating chips and stuff on the way home because he didn't really want to eat it. And I only found out because the food would be left over. And it's the same with her. She doesn't really want to eat that because it don't taste like probably her favourite meal, which is pasta. And that's why I said to her, don't be trying to do it like how I'm doing it. I really like tofu. So me eating it with sweet potato is not restriction for me, you know. You're trying to eat something totally different to what you normally eat. And the best way to actually do this whole fitness thing, guys, is to have changes, but not drastic ones. Little increments over time, you know. If you'd said to me 2 years ago, or yeah, 2-3 years ago now, 2 years ago, if you said to me 2 years ago, right, you're going to get up at 4 o'clock, you're going to run at 7 o'clock, you're going to eat tofu and sweet potato every day, you're going to, you know, have devotion at 5 a.m. If you told me all those things to do in one day, I would have said, kick rocks, mate. I said, what? I ain't doing that. But do you not see how it was a gradual thing? Like, first it was waking up at 4, then it was added in the devotion, then it was, right, start running more. Like, it happened gradually. So don't run in with everything, changing everything. That's why all these fad diets don't work, because you're going so far away from your norm, far, far, far away. Wherein if you do little steps towards it, yes, it takes you longer, but it lasts forever. It lasts forever. So yeah, the only reason why I'm going on about it is because I actually wanted her to eat this because I left it out for her. I wish it was in the fridge, but she didn't eat it. So yeah. Anyway, what to do? Nothing. We can't do anything about it. Let's make our lemon water, guys. I went back upstairs after all to grab my blanket. I do feel cold sitting here. After an hour or so, I start to feel a bit cold sitting here, guys. So this blanket's gonna probably stay down here for the rest of the year. I don't really use it in bed anyway. Sometimes if I'm upstairs and I'm like, which is rare, but sometimes if I'm upstairs and I'm doing work, then I'll use it, but I don't really use it anyway up there. I don't know if I showed you this. If I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry, because I can't remember, and I'm not going to try and remember. But this devotional book is what I use. I get it from, it's called a Life Source Christian bookstore, I think. Life Source. It's in Stanborough Park in Watford. So if you're looking at up, but they do all types of religious books. They do devotional books. They do these quarterlies. They're called quarterlies. They also do Bibles, any type of religious Christian stuff, books-ish. I mean, I don't know. Look on the website, guys. But I bought one from them this quarter because if you don't know, there's a Bible study guide for the Adventist church. And every quarter they do a new topic. When I go to church, we have Sabbath school. And Sabbath school is a bit like probably what you call Sunday school, but it's for adults. So the adults have a group where they go off into to study the quarterly, and the children have a group that they go off into to study their version of the quarterly. And this quarter is about Joshua, the book of Joshua. So I'm doing that. The reason why I got it, because I haven't had a quarterly for years and years. But again, God has put it in my hand to get one, guys. My mum even put me off getting a quarterly at one point. I can't remember what she said, but she did put me off buying one. The reason why I've actually gone back to getting them now and doing them is because when I was away, I went to, I think it was the church in Chicago. I think it was the church in Chicago, guys. Yeah, where I gave my stuff away. I went to the church in Chicago, and when I was talking to the lady about the clothes, the first lady that came up to me, she was so welcoming. She sat next to me. She was like, oh, what's the bag for? And I said, oh, I'm trying to give away some clothes. And she while I was in Sabbath school, she said to me, oh, don't worry, I'll send you to the lady who can take the clothes. And she also just chucked this quarterly in my hand. I think it was a spare one that she had. And she just chucked this big quarterly in my hand. So I think it was like an A4 sized one. It wasn't like this. It was a different style. So she shoved that in my hand, and then I don't know where I went. I think I must have went to another church, guys, and I got another quarterly. I think I went to a third church. So I had 2 quarterlies, right, for the same quarter. And I gave one to my mate that I met in America. I gave her the A4 one, and then I kept the other one. So it was only, I think I only used it for about 2 or 3 weeks when I came back home, because it was right at the end of the quarter, you know. But then I said to myself, you know, I'm going to get another one, because as I'm now doing the Monday, Wednesday, Friday only on devotion, I need something to do. And I could use the book that I usually read, but I've already read that multiple times. So let me do something new, you know, and it gives me something to do. These are all the little things that I felt the Holy Spirit was using to guide me back to church. Like, I think these are the things that made me think, okay, this is him telling me I need to go back to this church. Because who am I going to share the quarterly with? Who am I going to talk about the Sabbath school stuff? And he knows I'm very much like that. Like, I like sharing knowledge and stuff. The first week that I did it, there was such amazing things going on in it, because it was, at that time, it was on the book of Exodus. Exodus, guys. Remember what I said to you about my wilderness season? So it made it even more like personal to me. That was another little bit of a nudge in that direction. But yeah, we are on week 3. It's called Memorials of Grace. And the memory verse for this week is Joshua 4 verse 23. And it says, for the Lord your God dried up the waters of the Jordan for you until you passed over, as the Lord your God did to the Red Sea, which he dried up for us until we passed over, so that all the peoples of the earth may know that the hand of the Lord is mighty, that you may fear the Lord your God forever. So why did he dry up the Red Sea, guys? So that you will know, not even so that you, but for all the peoples of the earth, you know, they will know that he is mighty. So yeah, anyway, sorry, look at me just yappadoodling. Let me get on with my devotion, guys. I'll come back and tell you what I learned. Okay, I've just finished. It was good. I had to do 3 days, which is what I usually do, because I only do this on a Tuesday and a Thursday. But the first one was about crossing the River Jordan and why God asked the Israelites to prepare for crossing that river. He told them to sanctify themselves before he told them to cross. And it was because he cannot dwell with us if we are not sanctified, meaning we are not consecrated unto him. We have to put away sins, repent, you know. We see examples in the Bible where they didn't do that, and the opposition was able to overcome them. So every time the Israelites went outside of God's will and did sinful acts, they fully expected him to just trolley along with them. And it was only when they saw the outcome, where they lost these battles, that they realised, oh, we actually need God, and they run back. Monday was about the living God of wonders, and it was showing the miracle of the River Jordan, that when they actually crossed it, he dried up the waters, just like he parted the waters of the Red Sea, but he dried them up. And what I found interesting about that one, guys, is that, because it was saying to you, what does that show you about the type of God we serve? Yes, he's about impossibilities, which is what they focused on, but it reminded me that he is also about obedience, because he told Joshua to send them into the water, right? He told him to send 12 priests to walk basically in the water. But as they walked in the water towards it, the water would ebb back, it would flow back and dry up. But had they not taken those steps, it wouldn't have happened. So he's a God of obedience. And I think sometimes in the past, I just expect him to fix the problem, or I expect him to just do the miracle without my input. I just be like, I'm going to pray, and then he's going to do the thing. But it's the steps that I take towards the thing that actually cause the miracle to happen. It's the steps they took towards the river that actually allowed God to show them. So it's a trust thing, and it's also an obedience thing. Third one was about, you know, why did he get them to take, because when they crossed the river, God told them to take some stones as a memorial, and it was just for them to remember this time, remember this miracle. Oh my gosh, that is so good. Thank you, Lord. I was just about to say, sometimes God isn't about doing miracles over and over and over again to keep you close to him, right? He's not going to just keep performing the same miracle for you. Most of the time, he's just going to memorialize the miracles so that you remember them. Because the reason why he told them to pick up the stones was when your children ask their fathers, why do we have these stones? They can remember this miracle. And it just reminded me as well, because it says, what are some of the memorials and personal memories from your own walk with the Lord that help you remind what he has done for you? And it reminded me of America and what I've learned about him out there and the miracles he done for me out there. And I put down my book, because it obviously still in the process, but my book and my trip. And then I thought to myself, wow, that is a memorial, guys. My book is a memorial. It's only now I just really put that together, because yes, so many things happen to me out there, and I could be selfish and I could just keep it to myself. Do you know what I mean? I could just say, I can't be bothered to write this book. It's not that big a deal. But what will happen? I will forget. Eventually, I'll forget about what happened to me. It will resonate less and less the more time that passes by. But with this book, it actually memorializes what happened to me. And not just for me, but for other people to say, this is what God has done. This is the miracle that he performed for this person, and therefore he will do the same for me. That is such a good thing. Wow, I didn't even think of that until I was just saying it to you now about the memorial. That is crazy. So he does memorialize things. He does, guys. When he does these big miracles in our lives, there has to be a memorial. Like, it was showing you all the memorials that he's done, such as the plagues in Egypt, the blood on the doorpost. There's always a sign that he leaves. He's a God of signs and wonders. And the signs are there for us to remember. The Sabbath is there for us to remember the Sabbath day, to keep it holy. Why? Because of creation. It's to remind us, because we are so forgetful in our lives. We put everything before God, you know. So all these signs are for us to remember who he is and why we need to be. How crazy is that? We need to be reminded to love God, whereas he just does it for us freely. How crazy is that, guys? That gives me even more of a sense of responsibility, you know. That gives me even more of a push, guys, to finish this book, to finish what I started, because he wants a memorial from it. He wants me to memorialize that experience, and not just for me, for others to read it and know who he is, the type of God we serve. Just like I can read what he done for the children of Israel back then and know he's a God of impossibilities, but it makes it personal for me, you know. Thank you, Jesus, man. Thank you, Lord. That was such a good devotion. Let me know if you like me sharing with you these things. Like, I don't know. I know not all of you are Christians, but I hope you can appreciate that this is my faith. And, you know, I do like sharing, but I don't have to go into details about every devotion that I do. But if you like them, let me know, and I'll continue to share with you the things that I read about. But yeah, that was so good, guys. I want to do my writing now. I've got a lot of things to write, and it's only 5:30, guys. Your girl, that was half an hour, yeah, just over half an hour. Now I can spend some time doing this bit, and yeah, 7 o'clock. We're gonna go out at 7. Yeah. Okay, it is coming up to 7:30. And I have just finished writing. I think I did 2,600 words. I'm not even bothered about it not being 3,000. Hold on. What? It's nice and warm in here. Downstairs, so cold. Mind your headphones a minute. It's nice and warm in this back of the house. It's just, I think it's the front of the house, you know. Wait, technically, downstairs is it's just warmer up here. What am I doing?
So you're gonna wrap. So just flick it. Like.
Where's your brush?
What brush?
I don't know how to do it, Neville.
You just flick.
I'm doing flicking, but it's not doing anything.
Yeah.
Can't I just hold the blow dryer? Oh, underneath that bit.
Yeah. That way.
Good. There you go.
Thanks.
Okay. I didn't do anything, but hey ho. These bags behind this door. I've got to put some leggings on, guys. And my legs are freezing cold. I know I'm going to be hot when I'm running. I know. I'm going to just do it though. The sad thing is my leggings are going to be too big. Remember, they're the ones that fall down, but I'm freezing. What was I going to say? Sorry for cutting. Oh, what did I... See, I do this all the time, guys. What was I saying? I came in here, said I have to change my leggings. Oh, let me listen back. Hold on. Okay, I've changed, but I remembered what it was now. I was saying to you that I've actually already done quite a bit. While I was writing, I downloaded my stuff, guys, from my camera. So I downloaded footage from my camera while I was actually writing, which I didn't even think of doing that before. Like when I'm on Devotion, I could be downloading my stuff. Do you know that? I could actually be downloading my stuff, guys. I didn't even think of doing that before. So now that is something I'm going to be doing. Because I was able to download the stuff, I then uploaded it onto my computer. I don't know if that actually happened though, because it takes ages sometimes. Sometimes it's really like temperamental in doing that. All I'm going to say is that is a big job done, because it usually takes a good, well, hour to do those two things. So it's an hour that I don't have to be sitting around idly waiting for it. To be fair, I haven't been idly waiting for it in the past. I just end up using that time to scroll or I'm making my dinner or something, or I'm making lunch. You know, I'm not just doing nothing usually anyway, but I've got it out of the way now so that later on when I come back, I can just get on with it. I don't have to think, oh, I've got to download it first, you know. I can just actually get on with it. I'm making myself a snack, guys. I'm having almond butter and a banana. And then when I get back, I'll make my oats. Okay, that's that done. I'm going to eat this and I'm going to be out of the door by 8. So, out of the door by 8, guys. That's the plan. You know, I'm still going to wear my body warmer as well. I'm still wearing my body warmer, guys, because I'm still cold. And I've had a hot drink. I don't know if it's because I was wearing this blanket, you know, that's made me colder, if that makes sense, after I took it off. But I've seen these runners that wear these thermal vests that heat up. Like you can literally put a vest on, you press a button and it heats up. It's like a heated blanket. That means you probably have to charge it. That's crazy, isn't it? You charge your jumper to wear it. But girl, I ain't mad. I ain't mad at it. Anyway, let me stop yapping. 3.1 miles in the bag, guys. I think that's about a 5k. Done. Felt good. Only problem I had was my drawers were falling down. My pants were constantly falling down, but I didn't do any indecent exposure. So I'm pleased. But it was uncomfortable. Luckily, it was an easy run. But if I had to do any kind of sprinting, that would not have been pleasant at all. So I definitely need to go to the shop. I'm thinking maybe tomorrow so I can take you with me. Gosh, it's so noisy along this road. Sorry. If anything, I was running a bit too fast because it was meant to be easy pace. So she had to keep saying, slow down, slow down. But I welcomed that because of my trouser situation. But yeah. It's a nice full day. Look at the road that I'm on, guys. Look at the trees. It's a nice little country lane. It's where a lot of runners run along, to be honest. I never run here without seeing at least 1 or 2 people, no matter what time of the morning it is. But yeah, I'm gonna go home and get ready for the day. Night, stick a line eye, guys. Let me put you up here. You fell from here. You fell from here yesterday. Hopefully you won't fall again. I've just had the best shower. Showers are just the best, aren't they, guys? Especially when you wash your hair, man. They need to bottle that. Is there a way to bottle it? Not really. You just got to do it. Right, I washed my hair. I just know, it just felt really daggy, guys. And I haven't done anything with it. Let me go in the drawer. I haven't done anything with it since Friday. Even though everything run out this week, boy. Everything run out. Even my K18's gone now, guys. We have to go to the supermarket. The reason why I keep saying I need to go shopping and I haven't gone, you know why, innit? I need a car. I'm going to multiple different places, unless I go to a mall. But even then, the amount of things I need to buy, I don't know if I'm going to be able to walk home with it. And I'm kind of waiting to see if I hear back from this guy. So I'm going to give it till Sunday before I start booking things up. About my hair, I think I'm going to do my hair. I'm going to see if I can get an appointment on Thursday, guys. But in the meantime, I don't want to look worse than I need to. I don't feel like the mousse does as much when your hair is this long or when it is in need of a perm. It doesn't lay as flat as it could do. I'm going to end up using a different wrap this time instead of the strips, because the strips ain't doing nothing. I'm going to use my Bow Wow do-rag. I'm not even joking, it is Bow Wow's line. He has a hair care line in America. And I got it because it was recommended that it's a really good do-rag cap. No word of a lie, guys. No word of a lie. Okay, I've just done the smoothing down. You can see it's not terrible, you know, guys. It's actually not terrible. Maybe I just need to take more time with doing it because it's not actually terrible. Oh, let me just rinse my hands. Hold on. Maybe I just need to, like, take my time with it. I sometimes don't use my wide tooth comb. I just go in with the thin one. I made sure I combed it out first with the wide tooth comb. Yeah, this goes on top like this. It has a Velcro tab at the back that you tie. And then I think if you're a dude, do it like a brother, do it like a dude. If you're a guy, you can just leave it like this and have it like a normal do-rag. But if you're a girl, this is what his line is about. If you've got a pixie cut, then you may want to do the back one as well, which is another Velcro tab. So it's more of a, I call this the LL Cool J look. This is how LL Cool J, you don't even know who LL Cool J is, do you? Some of you will. But this is the LL Cool J look, guys. So this should keep it really flat, I'm thinking. And I'm going to wear it like this throughout the day. And then this evening, if I have energy when I'm doing my evening routine, I will tong it. It will dry like this. So yeah, that's the plan. I need to throw this in the bin. Let's go eat. It is day 3, guys. Day 3, according to our little plan here. And it says I need to take out 100 grams. This is what it's looking like. From the inside, it just looks watery, like it's got that, what's it called? The alcohol stuff. What's it called, guys? It looks like it's working. That's all that matters. But I need to take out 100 grams. I don't know what to do with the 100 grams. It says discard 100 grams of the mixture, add 50 grams of tap water and 50 grams of whole wheat flour. So I need to add 50 and 50. Let me get the flour out. This is still going crazy. Let me turn it down. Okay, so 100 grams we need to take out. I'm sure I did this last time, right? I'll even show you. I'm sure when I took out 100 grams last time, guys, it left me with 0. Like I had nothing left. And I was thinking, this don't make no sense, man. This don't make no sense. How am I meant to take out 100 and then be left with 0? But we're going to be obedient, guys. What did I put in? 60 and 80. So there should be 40 grams left, to be fair. So let's do what it says. 100 grams is coming out. Okay. Not every grain of it, but a lot of it has come out. Look how much it's told me to discard. Isn't that all of it, guys? Look what's left. I don't know. I'm going to be obedient. I'm scraping down the sides. There is something left. This wasn't as bad as the last time I did this. This wasn't as bad. Let me weigh out 50 grams of the flour. Okay, 50 grams flour. It says tap water, guys. I'm not going to use tap water. Is that bad? I don't know. Water ain't going to make that much difference, is it? I don't think so. Let me zero it. So 50 grams of water. Let me do that. I'm using the measuring jug this time. Oh, see, I went over. That's 52 grams. I'm not going to be fussing about that. Add my water to my flour and let's give it a mixy mix. Making sure that I get all the stuff that was at the bottom mixed in as well. I'm going to put lid on. I'm not going to bother with the marker pen because we know it ain't rising anywhere and it doesn't even matter because I still have to discard again tomorrow, right? So it's not happening overnight. Here's my sourdough. It looks a bit thick this time. It doesn't look as runny as it did yesterday. But again, I'm not complaining. I'm being obedient. Let's keep going, guys. Let me leave this on the side here. Let's keep going and see how it does. I'm so excited. I've been having dreams about the sourdough, you know, that I'm going to make. Oh, I'm going to make some walnut sourdough, guys. I'm going to make some olive sourdough. I'm going to make some sun-dried tomato sourdough, guys. Ah! You're going to hate me, man. You're going to be like, Phoebe, send me the sourdough now. Send me some sourdough now. What am I going to do with the discard? I'm going to hold on to this. I'm going to put it in the fridge because it feels wasteful. Let's keep putting it in here, guys. I'm sure there's a recipe I can find for things to do with sourdough discard. So yeah, that will be used. I forgot how much of a headache this gives me. I was like, oh, that is so tight. So I've just snapped off the back bit. I'll leave this top bit on for a little while. Oh, I made a rooibos, guys. One of you said you put more milk in it than I do. So I've added a bit more milk and I commend you because it tastes good. And I'm gonna have my breakfast. It is 10 o'clock, guys. I feel so accomplished because I've done so much already, you know, but I'm going to eat this in silence, guys. And then I'm gonna get on with my work. But yeah, thank you for starting the day with me. I love starting the day with you guys. I really do. I have to say, I really like starting the day with you guys. I feel like it gives me more of a push start. Yeah, gonna be honest, guys. I love it.